Well, when Paul Simon did that song, we were actually shooting pictures on film, and Kodachrome was the best product you could buy. Well, these days, Kodachrome's something you probably have to go and ask for, and then they may have to special order it for you because we've gone digital, right? Well, those digital photos are great, but there's a whole lot more to offer when it comes to photographs. To tell us a little bit about that and kind of help us get it situated on vacation photographs, James Ware has decided to make a visit to a local camera shop. He's at Infocus in Orange.
Infocus in Orange is correct. And Dan, I don't know if you've noticed, but there are not many camera shops open anymore. There's one in Lake Charles, New Orleans, but Houston. But Infocus in Orange, they're the real deal. Still full service, anything and everything you need to know about cameras. And Brian Vincent, who runs Infocus, is joining us now. And tell us about your shop. What all do you do here at Infocus?
Well, here at Infocus, we are a full-service photo lab that can print anything from canvases to regular photos. We can print old photos, different things like that. We have a wide selection of cameras, everything from the basic beginner that just needs a pocket camera all the way through the working professional that needs photographs, lenses and cameras to run their business, you know. So.
Here's what I find, and this is using me as an example, my wife and I. We will take a lot of pictures, right, and we just have this problem with not wanting to print them for some reason. We put them on a hard drive. Later, our computer crashes, and uh-oh.
Happens all the time.
We get that?
We get that a lot. We get a lot of people that come in, and they have their computers that no longer they can find their photographs anymore. Sometimes they can recover them from the different computer stores and stuff like that, so we don't do any of that here. However, we do warn people to always have your pictures saved in at least two places. Yeah. Like on your computer, for example, maybe an external hard drive that you can just put in your pocket to take off if you need to evacuate for any reason or stuff like that. CDs work really well. They're not expensive. You can burn them onto CDs and just have you a library there. So always have them in at least two places to assure that if you do have a crash, yeah, then you
Luckily,
got,
some grandparents had some backups of ours. But hey, here's an example. A lady had this of an old photo, 1882. It was in poor shape. She didn't know what to do with it. She takes it to you guys, and
yeah,
wow.
we do have a graphic artist that's on staff that he does our photo restorations and stuff. He prints a lot of our large prints. So yeah, the lady brought it in, heavily damaged photograph, not only water damage, but it looks like the moths have got a hold of it. And she didn't know what to do, so she brings it to us. We're able to scan the image in. He's able to fix it in Photoshop, bring it back to life, and actually reprint her another photograph on paper that is real similar to what she had originally printed on. And the lady was about to she wanted to throw the photo away, and so we asked her if we could keep it for an example of what we do. And so we do lots and lots of photo restorations here.
How has the cell phone industry changed just the photograph market? Everyone's got a camera now, and everyone thinks they're a professional.
Phones are great. We are now a social society where we're all connected with our phones and things like that. So cell phones have given that great avenue to share with the world everything that you're doing right away. But the reality is this, is that if your cell phone is your only source of photographs, you're not going to get a whole lot of good prints out of that. We can print 4x6, maybe 5x7s off of a cell phone. After you get any larger than that, like if you wanted to print a photo that size here, it would just fall apart. It would get grainy. It wouldn't be clear. It's not going to have the clarity that it needs. So the really neat thing is that cameras such as this little guy right here, they've now included Wi-Fi with them, yeah, so that this camera and your cell phone can be connected together. You take your good photos with a nicer camera that's going to be able to print, and then you can actually just immediately put them on your phone, put them on your Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want to do with them after that, and you're connected. So it's a pretty neat thing.
All right. Not sure what Facebook is, but we'll figure that out coming up in our next segment. Just kidding. Everyone has Facebook. We'll get into some of the cameras coming up in our next segment, Dan.
All right. Sounds like a great idea. It's a great time of the year to do that, too, with vacations coming if you haven't taken them already. And, of course, photographs these days are just so integral in our lives.